I don't think he backs down from anything that he says. That stands behind whatever statement that he makes.
Well, one of them can use 8-tracks, cassette tapes, CDs. Nah, you ain't gonna get it. Stereotype. Boom. Bing.
I think one of the things we talk about is family dinners. That's like a mini reunion.
You can't catch all fish with the same bait, right? So you got to be careful with who you're trying to reach.
I agree with music definitely influences violence, and it definitely makes a lot of individuals feel like, yo, this is the play, this is what, I gotta do.
I see Andre already.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anthony Goodson. I'm the host of the show called rebrandUS. Y'all, we have a lot of fun tonight, a lot of good topics tonight. Most importantly, we want everybody to do what, Ace?
Please share this page.
Share.
Is Ace
Yeah,
you gotta go use the restroom or something, Ace? You good? We need to take a
No,
break.
I have a light behind me, and I didn't want my smooth caramel skin to be distorted here on the show.
Okay, well. Anyway, thank you all for joining the show that we consider the best at 7:30 on Wednesday nights. rebrandUS. How is everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So.
I got a dream.
Oh.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm glad you said that because Monday is going to be Martin Luther King Day. It's going to be cold in Dallas, Texas. Very, very cold, like 6 degrees, Helen. And so we might not be able to do the parades that we're traditionally used to doing.
Ain't no mic.
Yeah, we're tropical people, right? But we're going to have a good time on this show nonetheless. Tonight is rebrandUS, and we are talking about the Great Divide, social media, January 6th, and MLK. These are some of the subjects we're going to talk about. Hey, everybody, be sure to go and share. Push that share button. Have fun with it. Just enjoy it. Send it to all your friends. Be sure to press share as many times as you possibly can. Hold on, let me put that. There we go. Don't forget
There
to
it
share.
is. Don't forget to share.
Hey, let's have fun. Let's start off with the night having just a good time. Let's loosen up a little bit. I've been loosening up with this water.
Oh, mine ain't water, but
And water.
same thing. It derived from some kind of water.
I don't have a Moscow Mule, but I got a Dallas Quarter Horse.
And Eric got that Coke. All right.
He's caffeine, man. Do coffee.
So, all right, we want y'all to send in y'all's questions. Black card revoke. Black card revoke. People will be getting kicked off the show today. I'm speaking of someone in the middle there. I'm not sure.
Hey, and for the audience, y'all don't be sending in no stuff from your grandmama in these places we ain't never heard of, Willacoochee, Georgia, and all that kind of stuff. We ain't. That's a different level of black right there.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and start off the show real fun tonight. Let's talk about some of the things on y'all's bucket list. What's on your bucket list? Now, Helen, you are clearly the youngest person on this show. Okay. I am in my mid to late 40s. Just like Eric is in his mid 40s and Kim and Ace.
Why you got to put us in there?
Yeah,
just talk about you.
That's you.
I'm second, Helen. I'm second. I'm after you.
I said,
Misery loves company.
I go crack now. We all
In this case, it does not.
What you say? Why are you? She gonna try to put it. She gonna
I'm
say I'm
second.
second.
I'm second.
Next to the 20-something-year-old, huh?
Wait a minute. Can we acknowledge? You
Yeah.
got a real drink. Is that Corner Store Pina Colada? What you got going on over there?
Who?
I want to talk about what's on your bucket list. So, Kim, I'm gonna start with you. I want you to tell us what's something. I mean, we're at the beginning of the year. We want to do new things. At the second half of the show, we're going to talk about fitness and we'll talk about a little bit of food. But tell me, what do you want to see yourself do? And before your life ends and or before this year ends, what's on your bucket list?
I hope those ain't close together.
Hey, mind your business.
I'm just saying.
I mean, anybody can answer. Just
I
thought you
thought
said
you
Kim.
were
It's
Helen.
your bucket list.
I'll go
Okay.
first.
I thought he said Helen.
He did at first, and then he said Kim.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't even hear that part. Oh, my bad.
I take back what I was thinking, Kim, because you just sitting there like that. She goofy. She just like,
Hey, well, you look like that every show. So I mean, I can get one show, right?
I just said I take it back. That was just what I perceived at the time.
Okay. All right. On my bucket list. Okay, so I've got a question for your question.
Bring it on.
What's the difference between your bucket list and a goal? Can you define that?
Oh yeah, goal is something you plan on doing. It's similar, but goal is something you plan on doing in a set given time. The similarity is on your bucket list is I need to have this done before I die. Right?
Okay.
So that's a set given time, but a bucket list is before I die, I want to do blank.
I want to skydive. I do. I want to skydive. I would like to skydive. I want to try. There's a place right here in Frisco. I'd like to do that.
Ain't we doing Black Card Revoke tonight?
I was thinking the same thing, Ace. I'm just gonna say.
Wait, why does that qualify?
Yeah, that also goes in the same category as like the Great Divide. Why is that a white thing? Just because I want to do that? Just why is that?
Well, I didn't say white. There's more than one.
Why is it another race thing?
Well, it's not that it's another race. It's just that it is not your race.
Yeah, who got the buzzer? Who got the buzzer?
People, we don't do a death-defying type of stuff.
That generally ain't what niggas do.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it.
But if you do, get a GoPro, and we're gonna go live right here on rebrandUS.
Okay.
Now that'd be the time.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And just think if something went wrong, there was a malfunction, and it didn't go right. Just think how viral we would go. If we were live,
we'd be like Hillary on the Fresh Prince.
You know what? When I signed the waiver, I ain't put nobody down as my beneficiary.
But I want the GoPro to face your face, not the outside. I want to see you.
We can't flash it like that.
Nah.
Matter of fact, don't even turn your volume on.
We want all of it.
All right, what's on y'all's bucket list? Helen, tell us.
Yeah, so listen, I really paused because I had to think about it. I've never really thought about a bucket list.
Yeah.
When I thought about it, I really would like to have traveled to at least one city in every continent.
I like that.
At least one.
So what's that, like 7 different cities?
Yeah.
7 continents, right?
But that's a lot of time zones I'm traveling through.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of traveling.
That's a lot of money. Can we just start there? Like, I gotta get. Listen,
but it's feasible. It's doable.
It's
right?
doable. It's doable.
Yeah.
So 7 different continents.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Skydiving for Kim.
That show ain't black. Traveling to another city and that show ain't black.
I'm a cultured black.
Oh, okay.
But we got to give her a pass because she's 50% black and then 50% other. So the other side.
Now hold on, wait a minute. Now I am black and Blackfoot Indian and Slovenian. It is not a 50 that. I'm more colored than
Slovenian.
Yes.
We didn't see that coming.
We got that.
Spell Slovenian. Spell that.
Me? Because I can.
No, I'm talking about Ace.
I got to spell it. She the one even know how to spell it. I ain't never got to use that word again. Unless I'm talking, my friend Helen is Slovenian. I can say it again.
Yashika, what's on your bucket list?
Bora Bora.
Well, of course, I knew that. I shouldn't even have to ask.
Don't even play with me. You know that.
And with Yashika, it's not even about going to Bora Bora as much as it's about working from Bora Bora.
Right.
Okay.
There we go.
So have you ever been to Bora Bora at all?
No.
So what makes you want to go there and like hub from there? What makes that so intriguing?
It's just I've looked it up a lot and I've researched it a lot. Africa used to be on my bucket list, but I've been there like 3 times now. So although I still put Africa on my bucket list, just different parts of Africa. I want to travel. I would say 7, Helen, but it's actually more. I just want to travel around because my experience. I've only been to Kenya, and so my experience every time I'm not ready to come home.
Okay.
But for Bora Bora, it just looked like somewhere that I'm supposed to be.
I'm supposed to be there. It's in our destiny.
Yeah, it's in our destiny.
Right on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the comments real quick. Dina says, Dina better get it. She says, go to the Maldives, Fiji, Ivory Coast, Senegal. You know, it's a trip. Everybody's bucket list has some level of travel to it. The Goodsons are here. Hey, mommy and daddy. One bucket list item: catch a fish, maybe deep sea fishing. You know what? I don't know who said that. Is that Dina? But I have never caught a fish.
Really?
I have never. I've been fishing one time in my life, maybe twice. One time I caught a stick, but I've never caught a fish before. So that's actually a pretty good one. All right, Eric, tell me what's on your bucket list.
Well, I thought long and hard about this, so I think I want to find a way to end hunger and to create world peace.
Okay, he
did that to himself.
Yeah.
And the Nobel Peace Prize goes to.
We'll see Eric in 30 minutes.
That's cold-blooded.
No, I think that I'm real peaceful and I'm real laid back. I just want to go to the Grand Canyon or go to a really big mountain and just be able to go to the top and just see the world from that perspective. That's really all I want to do. But I want to be safe about it. So I don't want to do like skydive or anything like that. I just want to just be a part of the experience of looking down from a safe place.
Interesting. Okay.
That's not safe at the top of a mountain.
I think it's interesting because he's been on an airplane before.
I have.
So he's
never flew over the mountains.
Yeah, he has. He's been to Vegas.
You don't fly over the mountain.
In the mountain though. Not well. Also hiking the mountain as well. Let me maybe make it more plain, I guess.
Hiking the mountain. Oh, okay. No worries.
I do got friends who do it, and they are not us.
See, I would do that.
But it is what it is. So.
I would hike the mountain.
You hike the mountain?
I see those people climbing Everest.
Has recently done that.
Yeah, how tall? Cause I see those people climbing Everest, and then they panicking because they see all the dead bodies like sliding down the mountain and stuff like that. I'm just like, nah.
Well, I don't think he did it to that extent. You know, he lives in Tennessee, so and I'm not geographically inclined, so I don't know what mountain it was he climbed or whatever, but he did it, and he said he loved it. But he's a nature boy.
I give him his props. Yeah, I give him his props.
No, Everest is a whole nother animal anyway. It takes like 70 days to climb Everest. All right. Yeah.
Man, you got to find a new job when you get back.
Right.
I want to do Everest. Hey, what's on your bucket list?
You know what? I'm just like Yashika. Bora Bora. It's just a beautiful place.
That was fun.
Did I freeze up or something? Everybody look at me. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, everybody. Hey, Spectrum, you've been sorry since I've been in this community. Bora Bora. It's just flat out beautiful. And that's just somewhere I'd like to personally see, other than see it online. I just like to put my foot down there and experience that.
Bora Bora. Okay, so that's our destination coach. Technically, we got 3 people who said Bora Bora because Helen said she wanted to go to a different continent each. So I'm assuming Bora Bora could possibly be one. You
think that until she hit Australia, one of them animals meet her at the airport. She'll be back.
Got the box with them kangaroos. Have you ever seen that?
She got to fight a kangaroo.
All right, so we're gonna keep the fun going. Now, so we asked what's on y'all's bucket list at first.
Wait, did you give us yours?
I don't have one really. I don't want
to know what yours is.
Boo, tomato.
Hey,
but now you know what? He always say he gonna leave her early, so he might not have time.
I want to make one good movie. That's the honest to God truth. I want to make a funny movie that each one of y'all could laugh at, enjoy. That it's kind of like a Friday. It stands the test of time. We go, 20 years from now, you still watching that movie. You're still loving it. You still know the characters, and that allows me to leave kind of a legacy behind forever and ever. Ludacris said one time he's going to die, but his music will live forever. And I thought that was the most amazing thing. So honestly, on my bucket list is to leave something behind, and it's one really good movie.
That's
good. Name it. What are you gonna name it? You got?
I don't know. I can't say it's gonna be the one coming up.
Yeah,
you should name it The Bishop.
Well, you gonna kill me right after the movie. What's going on?
You gotta die right after the movie.
The one coming up this year. It don't have to be that one, but But no, it could be The Bishop. But whatever it may be, I want one really, really good movie that you all love. All right, moving right on. So, what era in time would you go back? So we talked about bucket lists for a little bit. Let's move on just a little bit about time. Like I don't know if y'all could do this, but sometimes when I'm listening to 70s music,
Oh yeah.
I go right back to. And I was born in the late 70s, so I don't know anything about the 70s.
Yeah.
But I go right to that time. And you look at she
Sure.
like
Me and Helen don't know anything about that.
Helen like the 70s, she started counting on her fingers.
We don't know anything about
I mean,
it.
first of all, the irony is I thought you was gonna say like, well, I don't know what you're gonna say, but I just told somebody if I could be born at any time period, it would be the 70s. If I could
Yes.
in the 70s. So
you would? You would? That's
Mhm.
yours? Wait, so now are you saying you would rather be born in the 70s or live through the 70s?
let's say live through the 70s.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
good. So that's the era you would like to go back to.
Yeah, because that's when all the good dances have like people was actually dancing like
Man,
so,
I know it.
like I'm big on music and I like dancing. Now you basically gotta have a baby. And I just don't got time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interestingly enough, if you talk about music, I believe most of the music we hear today is probably influenced from the 70s.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
funk
definitely.
from the funk. Didn't the funk originate in the 70s? I just would like to go back to the 70s and hang out with Rick James.
Uh,
I would go to a Rick James party. I don't know about y'all, but I would. I'd be up in there.
It.
I don't know enough.
And I would jam out with with Bootsy Collins.
Oh yeah, I definitely
I mean,
could do Bruce.
Hey, that's
Studio
just
54.
right now, huh?
Studio 54.
Oh yes, I mean, and 80s music is good too. I love music. I do. I love music. So, but 80s music is good too. It brings back good memories just from my childhood. But if I could pick an era to go back to, it would definitely be the 70s.
Now, Sheikah, you seem like a person who might you'll get this. You seem like a person who might want to go back to the 1770s. Because you like to see how America performed.
And
that's the office joke. I'm sorry, y'all. For those who don't know anything about the office, that's the office joke.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but
I didn't like the way she laughed at me. It just make me feel good.
It make you feel good.
All right, throwing it out there. What era in time would you guys go back to? Not necessarily a decade. It could be, but what era in time? I'm throwing it out there for everyone.
Man, you know what? Honestly, I think black people, we kind of scared to go past the 70s. Like, I wouldn't want to be in the 50s.
Yeah, I was like, me neither.
Right.
Well, as a black person, which if you go back before 1970, you're gonna want to skip all the way back to Jesus time.
Yeah,
certainly not the end time in America.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got to definitely predate America.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the comments.
After Jesus, where black people were free, right? There was right. Jesus didn't leave, and then they said, "Let's enslave him." Right?
No, that's what I'm saying. We go back there because that's back when we were.
You know what?
We were running the world and the Moors and everything.
That's good.
Right.
It's
The
Moors. It's no safer place to be with Jesus, though. Ain't nobody gonna run up on you. Say, mama, you better be lucky you with the Lord, boy.
Deborah Collette says she's going to Africa on a safari, and Tori Wright says, and I can't pull it up right now. It says it would be the 70s for me. The music, the clothes, and it seemed like Black Power was a theme, and I wish I could live in that time. Tony Goodson, my pop, says had a good time in the 70s. Oh,
Tell us more about it, Tony. Tell us more about it.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, y'all. So tonight we were actually. Oh, go ahead, Heather.
I was like, we heard a little bit about it in your documentary.
Oh, you did. That was more of the 60s, but yeah, you did.
Oh,
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't go back there. I don't want to.
We don't want to be the first. Of the 60s.
All right, y'all. So MLK Day is coming up Monday, and I don't even know if the whole country is really celebrating MLK Day like we should be. I think Juneteenth we're going to get that, but MLK is coming up. And first of all, tell me how y'all feel about it. Should that be a holiday, or should it be just like a black holiday called maybe the Black Holiday? Is MLK the person that y'all think that should be spotlighted? Should it be Malcolm X? Give me your taste on that.
I think Malcolm X. We should have a Malcolm X Day too. That should be celebrated as well. But MLK Day, I think, should be for everybody because he definitely talked about uplifting us, but he was talking about unity though. A lot of white people march with it. With OJ, he'll jump right on it.
No, that was more like Dave Chappelle.
I think MLK is also in general like a good reminder of I won't say the first, but the first, it feels like substantial come together of desegregation, like when MLK was around. So I think if that is a holiday that we start only making exclusive to Black people, then all these white people and non-Black people gonna forget the history, and then then people get out of pocket, start talking crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good reminder for all of us that they're like that. That wasn't the. I'm not gonna ask that question because I'm not even gonna make myself look that crazy on this internet. But that was also just like a very good time of Black people really learning how to advocate for ourselves and like stand together in nonviolent, not protest, but what they call it, the nonviolent movement of civil rights.
I mean, it's like, he promoted the nonviolence for us, but they were violent toward, like, so.
It was like, thank you, Dr. King.
Yeah.
Now go hit one of them darkies.
Yeah. Like, how do you withstand that? How do you keep that in mind that I'm not going to go out here and retaliate, in an effort, just to remain calm, and they're just going crazy, and they're hitting you, they're spraying you down with water hoses and all this stuff. It's not, to me, it's not a good memory because, really, I feel like he accomplished something, and he made some traction, but what did we really accomplish?
I feel like memories are not always have to be like good memories. I think those memories help us remember where we come from too. Like painful memories that I remember, like I don't want to do that again. I learned from that, right? And so also too, like for me, from MLK Day, like everybody talk about I have a dream speech. If you look at the whole speech that he had that day, it's not all about just that dream, right? So you also get a chance to dig deeper into American history in addition to that. If you really want to learn more about MLK or America, it's a whole lot more to that speech than I have a dream.
Yeah.
That's part of it. It's the most inspirational part of it. But go look at the whole speech.
Right. And I understand that, but the thing is that I don't want to be like that. I shouldn't have to stand down when someone is standing up to me. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. So that's just one of, I don't know. I don't think we should be conditioned to endure that. We weren't made to endure that just because that's the way that they feel. We have rights just like they do.
And that's why at the end he sang, because he was like, whoa, you know what? I had this idea and I thought that, this was the way, but now I see that, this ain't working. He
bust some heads.
Yeah, he acknowledged that at the end. He was just like, yeah, I done led how did he word it, Goodson? He's led his people into, basically he said he done steered us wrong and he's sorry. I thought, Goodson always wanted to know the quotes and everything.
I thought you were going to chime in too.
Yeah, he looked at it with a blank stare. You like,
MLK celebration is the celebration that we actually use. So it's more Martin Luther King. It's not anybody else, but it embodies everybody else. My question is, we're using him because he's the forefront person. He's easy for white America to accept him. However, I always wondered, MLK and Malcolm X, if they would have worked together, if they would have come together by any means necessary, meets, Martin Luther King, what would have happened then? What kind of world would we be in? Because it came from two different directions, and I think we could have propelled ourselves to a different place. We wouldn't be celebrating MLK at all, because I think Malcolm would have been a little bit more stronger than Martin. And so to me, MLK is a cop-out celebration. Don't get me wrong. I celebrate the man. I appreciate the man. I thank the man, but I believe it's a cop-out celebration, because if they really wanted to celebrate Malcolm, the game would be changed. Now you're empowering us. Once you tell us that Malcolm is the one we're going to celebrate. Let's go to the comments.
They can't celebrate Malcolm because they don't teach Malcolm. They teach is Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Comment on Facebook said we shouldn't have to accept everyone's bad behavior towards us all the time. I'm with Kim. At what point do we fight back? Peace can only go so far. I bet that's totally right. Party in the 70s. And Kim, he can't tell us on here. He will tell us on the 17th.
Nice.
All right, that's some inside conversation right there. All right, y'all. I think we long overdue, but it's about that time. Everybody, we're about to have some fun. Y'all be sure to share the page right now because Kim is going to speak over. Hey, let's have fun with it. You ready, Kim?
I'm ready.
Black Card Revoke. Let's do it.
Yes. So this is the R&B edition, and I am going to be calling on somebody. And you know what, Yashika,
you better. I was just going to say that. Don't make me first.
Oh, you know what? I'll go down on the age. Right. And go with Helen first. With Helen, let's work our way up. I'll go with Helen. So Helen, you're in the hot seat.
Let's go.
Okay. So Helen, according to Michael Jackson, what did the PYT have to repeat after him and say?
Pretty young thing. You need my to the moment thing. I'm gonna have to sing the whole song.
According to Michael Jackson, what did the pretty young thing have to repeat after him and say?
She was a pretty young thing.
Where the buzzer at? Come on, get a buzzer.
I want to. Oh, dang. I don't chorus.
We ain't got a buzzer.
Does anyone else know the answer to this question?
Do I just take it, not revoke since I know the song?
Huh?
Can I just get my card taken and not revoked since I know?
You had the rhythm down.
Yeah, you did. You did.
You knew the song.
You get little points for the rhythm.
You knew the song. We're not gonna rip you from the screen because you know the song. Ace, she said you know it. Was that a Vogue? What was that? She bowed
out. He's like, Rachel, come on now. It's on the screen. You know what the pretty young things have to repeat after him. Say 999. You know, had to say
right. That was good.
Indeed.
That was good. Okay, so Yashika. Yashika, according to Tevin Campbell, how long did he want to talk?
Oh, that's easy. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Can I take her turn?
4 minutes.
Get for her.
There we go.
Okay, all right.
That was easy. Man.
That was easy.
Sister girl.
Okay. All right, Ace. No, you know what? I'm gonna go to Eric. Eric. According to Marvin Gaye, okay? Okay. What question did Marvin Gaye ask after stating, "Mercy, mercy me, things ain't what they used to be"?
Y'all ain't cut me off. My card is revoked. I have no idea.
Ace.
Bye-bye.
Ace, what question did Marvin Gaye ask after stating, "Mercy, mercy me, things ain't what they used to be"?
What's going on?
We down to 3 people, y'all, on the show. We down to 3 people.
Bye-bye.
Helen, what question did Marvin Gaye ask after stating, "Mercy, mercy me, things ain't what they used to be"?
What you want from me?
Bye. Somebody in the audience got it right. Okay, that's right. Where did all the blue skies go? That's
hey.
Gotta be honest with you. I'm glad I didn't get a chance to answer. I had no clue.
I'm in my head. I'm doing like this.
Really?
I had no clue.
But you know what? Yashika, hell, I'm gonna give you the cheat code. If you ever don't know anything about a black question, the answer is Martin Luther King. I should have said Martin Luther King. Right.
Oh. Okay, so one more question.
One more question. Let's do it.
Before we go to break. According to who am I picking on right now? Anthony. Oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Anthony. According to LL Cool J, how many pairs of bamboo earrings must an around the way girl own?
At least 2 pairs. At least 2 pairs. What?
Okay.
One, but I knew that one.
Okay. I guess y'all blackity black today. Okay.
Black. Crispy black. I don't care. That was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Thank you. Actually, we got a couple sponsors coming up next week, hopefully, and that will be sponsored by someone real soon. So, hey, Kim, thank you for that. That was a lot of fun. Let's go to the comments before we go to the break.
Thanks,
I don't know
Kim.
if I'm having technical issues or what, because my comments won't work. Nevertheless, and I can't even play a commercial. So let's keep the party rolling.
I got another question.
Now that's black.
I've got one more question though.
Okay, let's
Bring it
go.
on.
I mean, for this session, if y'all wanna,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
so we can all answer this. Maybe I don't know whether Helen would know this one. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Group assignment.
According to Johnny Taylor,
I don't even know who that is.
I would
Oh,
either.
Lord.
Me either. Hell.
Her what is it? Her Slovenian side is showing now.
what
No,
were the
that's
what
the
were the
first
last?
word that's been shot over tennis.
According to Johnny Taylor, what were the last $2 for?
Oh, come on now.
That's what it was.
I got to be honest, Helen. Johnny Taylor lives in Dallas.
Wait a minute. Y'all don't know for real?
Oh, it's a blues song.
Hey,
It is-
before I answer this question, interesting fact. Johnny Taylor used to him and my uncle John Paul used to run the streets together at a point in time. Johnny Taylor was Johnny T and my uncle was Johnny P. So nobody else knows that before I answer it?
Nobody
Don't
knows
answer
it. What?
Okay.
I
$1. Oh, hold on. She could get it. There she go. There she go. She ain't got it.
She don't know.
$1 going for the lady's bus fare,
Okay.
and the other was going for the jukebox.
Yes.
Wow.
I knew the jukebox one. I know the other one.
Okay.
Oh, let's go
Yeah.
to the comments. Somebody
Well, the
said the jukebox and
And the bus
fare.
fare. That's
Yeah, but
right.
Going jukebox and the bus.
Yeah.
stop. All right.
Yeah.
Who said the
Alright.
jukebox in the bus stop?
Hey,
Deborah
go ahead. That's
Collins.
all right. She got it right. She had the right idea. She needs
Yeah.
bus fare when she get to the bus stop.
She knew exactly what she was talking about. That's all right. But
Right.
hey, coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more about this show. That we got a great show today, y'all. We're talking about January 6th recap. It's a lot of things that happened on January 6th that you guys may not know. And what impact has social media made on dividing our world? We'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back.
Want to bring that curb appeal back to your home or business? Let us help you. Call Ace Power Washer at 469-337-4080 or email us at powerwashingace3@gmail.com. Whether it's sidewalks, driveways, house or building washing, we'll take care of it. Call or email today for your free quote. We'll see you soon.
Couple of
That's
it's
good.
like, I'm so glad that you're on.
Is she really getting her black card? She got her black card all the way back. That would be revoked. Yeah, I'm just on the podcast. What's up?
Yo, are we still?
We
We
live.
live.
We are. We live.
And
Bye.
we get back on
Somebody thought they could call me on break. One of my bestest friends. She's watching.
Yeah, tell her like a
Okay,
lunch
that's
break.
awesome. That's
Tell me what
awesome.
you
Hey,
want, bro.
friend.
What's
Right.
up, friend?
Hey.
Hey, everybody, a quick question. We definitely gonna move on. We want to talk about the great divide and how social media divides. We also
Oh,
want to
yes.
recap January 6th. But I got a quick question I want everybody to chime in to because it's just food for thought. If Martin Luther King was alive here today, how do you think he would feel about Black America right now?
I think he would have a different perspective for sure. I think he would have a different perspective. I think he would have a different resolution because if he thought that peace was the resolution in the 60s, then I mean we're in the 99 and the 2000s, not even in the 99 anymore. We're in the 2000s. I mean things are so different now. So he would have to come up with something else. I think he would be a little bit more militant, actually.
Okay. So you think he'd be proud of what he saw today, or he'd be disappointed, or?
Well, I wouldn't say, so much disappointed. I think, as a people, we stand up more for what, we want, what we need, what our rights are. But, yes, of course, there would be some shame there, because I mean, I look around and I get disappointed at some of the things that I see for sure. So there would be some disappointment, but that would have to be a different direction of action.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So Tamara Thomas said he would be disappointed. Hello, everyone. I don't know who said that. Hey, y'all, let's keep it moving. January 6th, as we know, that's when insurrection happened. We just celebrated 3 years on that. Washington, D.C.
Not celebrated. We just
3 years. Wow.
Had it. Yeah, we just had 3 years on that. So we just had a recap of January 6th. And it's very interesting because I got to be honest with y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about this. And as we all know, we feel like we're in a very racist United States. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of statistics out there of people actually, so they tell us, being arrested and so forth and so on. A lot of damage has happened, and they even told us and calculated that. I never imagined they would have arrested anybody, Yashika. I always imagined they would have come up with some kind of excuse. With that being said, Donald Trump said if he makes president again, he will pardon each and every one of those. And y'all watch out because he just might be the president next. But anyway, let me give y'all some statistical numbers, and I want y'all to compile your thoughts on that day. Because I saw it on TV just like each one of y'all, and it was just the most amazing thing that I'd ever seen in my life. And I was like, wow. So I want y'all to think, just kind of put yourselves back in that moment. But I'm going to read these numbers real quick. It says $2.8 million in damage. $2.8 million. That's a lot of money for that 45 minutes worth of.
So one building.
One building. More than 1,265 people have been charged from all 50 states. Somebody from all 50 states, including Washington, D.C., of course. 140 police officers were assaulted. 116 entered restricted area with a dangerous weapon. So there was 116 people who entered a restricted area. And that's a trip because they came for that reason. Like, who gets on a plane, fly to Washington, D.C., the state's capital, all the stuff that they're doing there with a weapon?
Private jets. The realtor from Frisco, the two realtors from Frisco took a private jet.
718 people pled guilty. 749 so far have been found guilty and been sentenced. And finally, like I said earlier, Donald Trump said if he becomes president again, he will give a pardon. So I want y'all to think about that moment. Let's start with the youngest. Let's start with Helen, because she's the youngest. And we, as the older, even though Yashika's somewhere at the bottom of that older, we as the older people, we've seen America with Reagan. We've seen America with, Carter. Man, she probably didn't see Carter, but we've seen this. America was a different kind of place back then than what we saw on January 6th. That would have never happened in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, right? Certainly not the 80s and 90s. So, Helen, when you saw this, what went through your mind?
The very first one was like, it was just to me a very big display of white privilege. And I think it was a great example of the difference and the racism that happens in America, because there couldn't have been more than 10 Black people in front of the White House without them already being arrested. So you mean to tell me you let thousands of suspicious, because all of them wasn't hiding their guns, I'm pretty sure, as well as they could have. So y'all seeing all these maybe 2 or 3 suspicious white folk or non-melanin folk, and you was like, oh no, White House is cool. It couldn't. You can't even probably could have had one Black person walking around looking like they looking too hard without somebody saying. So I think I wasn't surprised. I just, as ignorant as this may sound, I was happy that it was televised. Like, y'all like to sit here and say America not racist. There is no white privilege. White people work just as hard as Black people. Black people get the same opportunities as white people. Please show me where more than 10 Negroes can congregate in front of the White House and then make it inside that baby. You tell me. You can show me that. Listen, I might learn how to cook for you.
We can't even make it through the airport with some lotion.
Hello.
That's too big. I mean, I can't even make it. What do you mean?
Especially not the cocoa butter kind.
No, because that's our flavor, ain't it?
And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of very country non-melanin people in there too. Add a country Black person in there, baby. And it's like a second sport. They see you better stop playing. So I was just happy that people, if they were open enough to realize that white privilege is very much apparent, and this is definitely a white America. As much as y'all want to act like we've made a lot of progress and it's not as much race, get out of here. White people are gonna protect their privilege. Why would you not? Why would you not want to protect that? Why would you not want to flaunt it in a day and age where Black people are finally starting to speak up and have more businesses, get our money back in order, have more shine in a positive way in media? Yes, I'm gonna let you know you still a nigga at the end of the day, if I can. Excuse my French.
Well, you just told him.
That's English. We use that. We accept that. So she can tell me how you feel. All right. So weapons. That's what throws me off, because all that Helen just said, that's true. But then you throw weapons in there. Then you throw black people with weapons. They got guns in their hand. Do y'all remember in Dallas when the dude was walking around with the AK-47? Clearly he was. I knew that guy. Me and Ace, we both knew that guy.
Yeah.
What?
Clearly he was not going to shoot anybody. Clearly he wasn't. He got an AK-47. You think he gonna open fire?
He was just practicing his Second Amendment rights.
Second Amendment right, and I'm glad that he did. But clearly he was not going to shoot anybody. Now these people are carrying concealed weapons on their person. 100 and some odd people, 116 is what we have here. And so Yashika, how do you feel knowing that now? I mean, do you feel it's safe walking around just normal America? Because they went there with a mission. What mission is going on in Walmart? Target right now.
Well, I haven't felt safe in a long time though. You know, the gun violence is insane. So before January 6th, I didn't feel safe. You know, that I teach my kids and I tell people you have to pay attention to your surroundings. And if something seems off, it probably is. And so you need to be mindful. And everywhere you go, you need to be mindful, because it can happen anywhere. I thought piggybacking off of Helen with the white privilege, not very many people died. You know, the white lady died because she tried to bust in the door or something, and then somebody shot her, remember? But there wasn't a lot of deaths to report.
Except for the other police.
If it was a lot of black people, it would have been a massacre. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
Would have sprayed us down.
They were busting all the windows and stuff, but no, not very many people died.
It's been like rerun trying to go to Varnell Hill house. They would have got sprayed.
Who's Varnell Hill? This is gibberish.
I didn't get it either, but I like the reenactment.
Okay.
Oh my God. This is the Black Heart Revolt show. You can't ask who Varnell Hill is.
All right, let's go to the comment. I need some advice on something, because my children are dealing with racism in elementary school. Bring it on. Bring it on. Whoever that is, bring us the question. We'll Tamara Thomas. We'll be sure to. All right, Eric. So what do you feel? We sat there, you and I, we talked about it, you and Ace, both of y'all at the same time to talk about this, but we talked about this. We saw this. We were shocked about this. We saw, you know what? I got to be honest with you. Saw people climbing up walls, looking like what? Monkeys. That's the only thing that gave me the only comfort. And they wasn't doing this for, and I still don't understand the cause. I don't think they did it for America. I think it was done for Donald Trump.
Just because they could. That's right. Just because they could.
And I think they genuinely thought by doing that, they would stop Biden from becoming president. So it was a little comical for me too, because they really thought that would stop everything.
That's the ultimate level of privilege. Kevin Woodson, who's he comes on here all the time. He said it's a situation where white privilege is like you wake up on third base, but you think you hit a triple. No, you woke up on third base. Everybody else got to, earn their triple, but you woke up there. And so that's what this was. It's like you actually thought you could go. I mean, a protest is a protest. I can deal with a protest, but you actually thought you could go storm the Capitol.
They were ready. That violence had been built up. That was, I think that was kind of like, how they talk about, I think when King was assassinated and they had the Watts riots or whatever like that. That anger and everything was built up, and they would look for somewhere to release it. But speaking of weapons, I have some disturbing stuff about it that I looked and it was like, wow. So they were interviewing one woman that had something to do with it, and she was just looking back on. She was like, "Oh my God, I just look at that and I just look how crazy it was. Who was I? What was I doing?" She says it was peaceful, right? But later on, they showed her with like a pickaxe, and she was banging through the window, stuff like that. I'm like, you take a pickaxe to a peaceful protest, like you were going for peace, but you just so happen to have a pickaxe on you. Right?
Just in case.
Then, so now this is for us that's here in the Metroplex, guys. Check this out. At least 35 people from the Dallas area have been arrested by the FBI for their part. A lot, Dallas, the north area, Frisco and McKinney specifically, was kind of like almost damn near ground zero for the people. That's where the two relatives that caught the private jet to go storm the Capitol from, right? Then they were talking about Pastor Brandon Burton, who's the pastor of Kingdom Life Church. He told his members that it's God's will for Trump to stay in office, and then told them to keep your guns loaded. And then the realtor from Frisco who caught the private jet and went. So she was sentenced to like 60 days in prison. But check this out. This is her quote. I got it. I screenshot it. This is her quote that she put. So she stormed. She was identified. They were like, gonna bring up on charges, right? She went on social media and she said, "Definitely not going to jail. Sorry, I have blonde hair, white skin, a great job, a great future, and I'm not going to jail. Sorry to rain on your hater parade. I did nothing wrong." That's her quote. She said, "I have blonde hair, white skin." She said,
"But so what we're doing is we're giving all these, we're talking about the individuals who stormed the Capitol, but there was a ringleader of this too. Of course, it was Donald Trump. We don't want to get into him too much, but that was the ringleader. That's the one thing we cannot forget. There was the president of the United States at this point. He kind of ignited that thing. But anyway,
it was like they were hypnotized or something. I'm like, what make you think that this is okay? 3 words come to mind, I'm just gonna wrap it up. Stupidity, entitlement, and it was just a waste to me. It was just a waste of money. Did they have to pay that money back? Who?
No. We paid. You know who paid the money back?
The repairs on that building came from what?
Yeah, you are.
Well, and see, that's enough to make a nigga mad right there.
They should have took DNA from that feces they rubbed on the wall and got whoever took the time to defecate and bring it.
Yeah. But I agree with Anthony. I really think that when we talk about it, like we talk about the realtor in Frisco and the private jet and stuff, we're not focusing. It's a distraction. And we need to focus on why they did it, who was the ringleader, because without the ringleader, none of it would have happened. You know what I mean? So we do have to focus on who the ringleader was and not be so fixed on the distraction.
Well, keep in mind, the ringleader said if he's in office again, he's gonna go ahead and pardon every single one.
I believe it.
So that means you can do a crime and get away with it as long as the leader of the crime or whatever decides that he's on your side. So
my last statement.
How is he able to be even considered to be on the ballot for a president after all the things that he's been convicted of?
If them folks stormed the Capitol for him, getting them votes ain't nothing.
So I'm gonna say this about it real quick though. It's see, when I think about like that whole day, for a whole like year and 18 months or whatever, even before that happened, all the police shootings and killings of black people have felt more unsafe than they have in a long time in general, right? But I would say this in addition to like when I think about that day specifically, white privilege, and I think you got to go past it. You can't look at it as a race totally, right? You talk about the real that had the private jet, like. Poor white people are in the exact same situation as a lot of black people, and they don't. That's the part that like confuses me. Like y'all in the exact same place. They make you think you have some privilege because you are white, but if you don't have money, guess what? Trump probably not gonna pardon you. Trump gonna pardon the people who have the money to support him. So that I never understood that. But just because you feel like you have a little bit of advantage, you want to take advantage of that, but you really don't have it. So you have to really wake up and be able to understand where you sit in the hierarchy of the United States of America.
All right, let's go to the comments. I think one of the ladies might be able to help us out with this one. We have a viewer from Niles, Michigan, Tamara Thomas. She says, "My daughter was assaulted by a little white girl, and I am able to press charges on her after arguing." Is it unable to press charges? I am able to press charges on her after arguing with the school and the police department. But now they would like to make the case private because they don't want to expose a child like that. She exposed herself when she put her hands on my daughter. And my main issue is that it was an adult present when it happened, and there was nothing done about it. Once they realized that I was pressing charges, they all of a sudden suspended her. Oh, yeah, That's a
There's a lot more to it.
Oh, that's
whole
a
lot more
show right there.
You gotta.
is there more to it? I didn't see it on the.
Let me see.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
dot,
Hold
dot,
on.
dot.
Hold on. They all of a sudden suspended her, but this has been going on for years with the same child. So after that, the assistant principal decided to call me and tell me my son viciously attacked another kid. And when I came to the school, I popped him twice. And then she called Child Protective Services on me and said that I beat my son with a bat.
Oh.
It ended up being an open and closed case, but now I would like to open up options by making my daughter's court case public so I can show they are not applying the zero tolerance policy on all of the children. Should I try to sue the school and the vice principal?
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
And
think
make
this
it
is a
public.
question for Eric, actually.
And
Eric
make
is
it
probably
public. Please.
most qualified person to answer. Eric, what do you feel?
Wait a minute, why? Because he beat kids with bats, or because he?
Oh my goodness. No, I don't be kid with bats. I work with kids for over 25 years, adolescents primarily, but absolutely. There's a lot of things that go into the whole process of suing schools, things like that. Definitely get your evidence up. Advocacy is a big deal with this kind of situation, having lawyers and things like that. Obviously, also may have some. It's a lot of things you need to probably take into consideration in preparation for the suit. But I definitely feel like there should be a suit because this has been going on for years now.
But you know what? If there's more than 40 people, you got a class action lawsuit. You might want to get other parents involved in a situation like this too. Other black parents, most likely, and maybe you can get some ally white parents who will be able to help. Corroborate your stories.
You said this is what state is this?
Michigan. Niles, Michigan.
Niles, Michigan. She says, "Thank you, thank you." Yashika, are you familiar with who this person may be?
Yeah, that's what we've been friends since we were 9 years old.
Oh yeah, love those friendships.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your for opening up on us. On this show, Tamara. We really appreciate it.
And keep us posted too on this.
Yes.
Yeah, keep us posted. Black Card Revoke. I think that's a bad segue, but it's now time to do Black Card
I
Revoke
think we
again.
all get a life back because we all was united on this case that just came up, and I think that all just lets us know Black people can be united because ain't then one of us said no. I was like, yup, and should.
Oh yeah,
and should.
Absolutely.
You know what I say? I say, do not
let me know. I can,
do not be mistreated. Do not let and when it comes to your kids, you almost got to give your life. Do not be mistreated. Martin Luther King, in his "I Have a Dream" speech, he mentioned how he wanted his kids to do this with the other kids. See, when you start thinking about your kids, that's when the game changes right there. I could probably do a little bit, but I'm not gonna allow my kid to endure what they don't have to.
No, my tolerance becomes 0.
Right.
None.
Anybody can do
it. I don't care what the age is. But I'm sorry. Let me get into it.
I don't either.
Yeah. Headlock.
I heard Kim say one time, I fight kids.
Yeah.
I fight kids. Your kid mess with my kid, I fight your kid.
Your mama, daddy, and their auntie. Who else?
Go get your mama.
Go get them. All right, Kim. Black Card Revoke. I know we got 2 or 3 more questions left.
Okay, got a couple more questions. And
let me get my buzzer ready.
Will go with Eric on this one.
I knew it. Let's do it.
Eric, according to Whitney Houston, okay, in order for the children to be our future, what do we have to do?
You gotta love them.
You see?
Let the buzzer
Don't worry about it.
Yashika, according to Whitney Houston, in order for the children to be our future, what do we have to do?
Teach them well and let them lead.
All right now.
Show them
all the beauty.
They possess inside.
I almost sang it. Y'all almost got to hear me sing.
All right. Hey, bust it on out.
It's over.
Oh.
What's the song? No, wait. Tell me what's the song.
I believe the children are our future, right?
The greatest love.
The greatest love.
You know the greatest
of all. That's right.
How's she gonna be the questioner?
Well, she caught me off guard because she wasn't supposed to be asking me no questions at that time.
I'm saying like Randy Watson.
Sexual chocolate.
Let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Helen, I think you're good for this one.
Uh-oh.
According to Coco of SWV.
Uh-oh. She might be a little young. Let's
I
see
know
how this
it's
goes.
Okay. When she gets so weak in the knees, what other three things happens?
I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly breathe you.
She sang it like Said the Entertainer on
Oh, y'all funny. Y'all funny. Oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like Yashika is up next.
It takes
I get so weak in the knees. What's it?
I can hardly speak. I lose all control. Then something takes over me.
That's it. You look so
amazing.
I would have got this.
Yay.
Good job.
Come on. 80s, anything 80s.
Okay.
Throw some soft rock in there too. Me and Tony got it.
Okay, yeah, I like soft rock, you know. I do. Anthony.
Hey, I already got my quota for the day.
For the group LSG.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What do those initials stand for?
Oh, that's good.
Levert, Sweat, and Gill.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Boom, boom. Love the shirts. I love the question, Kim.
That's because you got it right. That's why you like it. One more. And this is going to go to Ace. All
right.
Ace, according to Usher, okay? When you're on the phone and you hang up and you call right back, okay? Do you got it sad? Do you got it dad? Do you got it bad? Or do you got it rad?
You got it bad.
Okay. All right.
Good job. Those were good, Kim.
You would have gave me that one.
Well, I got one more. Let's do one more for the whole thing. I know we're coming to the end of the show. So for everybody.
One more.
Okay. According to Prince. Okay.
Michael Jackson fan, don't know.
I know.
When doves cry.
What is my favorite song? Where
is he left standing?
I know the song.
Come on, I'll let y'all answer because I got it.
According to Prince,
in the purple rain,
where is he left standing?
In the rain?
Well, how lonely the world is so cold.
There you go.
There it is.
Ace, man, you're
the world is so cold. All right.
You're the blackest person I ever met in my life.
That's such a good.
The coldest part of that song is when he say that animals strike curious poses.
Yeah.
Because they feel the heat between me and you. Animals. So animals are just like.
That's the which animal came to mind when he hit that pose, y'all?
A gazelle.
Something off of Madagascar.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, who we got on the show next week?
Oh, yeah, I like that. Next week.
Girl, you sound like somebody from the Bronx.
Well, next week we're gonna be talking to a crazy group of people that I've researched. We're actually gonna be talking to current porn stars. Wait, wrong podcast. My bad. We're actually gonna be talking about to midgets that are applying for the police department, and we're gonna name the show gonna be Standing Tall for Justice.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you.
That was funny.
You see my face.
Your Sheikah wasn't thrilled about that.
Bugs flew in my mouth.
All right. Okay. Sheikah, it's on you.
Hey, yo, Ace, who we got on the show next week?
Next week, look, we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna actually be talking to Deobra Redden, the guy that went over the desk at the judge. It was kind of hard, but when I got in contact with his people, he jumped at the chance to be on here. So it's gonna be all right.
I like
that's pretty good.
That was good. That was real good.
Hey, well, thank you everyone for watching the show. Thank you for everybody who commented. We've enjoyed this show. Got a whole lot more. Listen, 2 weeks. Y'all want to be here in 2 weeks. That oh God, what's the name of it? The Pretty Quick Tax Girls from Dallas, Texas are going to be here. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn a whole lot. Dina, Better Get It, is going to be on the show teaching us about some finances. If y'all need to make some money, that might be a show for you. Next week, we're going to have a good time. Of course, we're going to get old boy on the show, and he's going to tell us how that judge situation went. Thank y'all for joining us. See y'all next week.
I don't think he backs down from anything that he says. That stands behind whatever statement that he makes.
Well, one of them can use 8-tracks, cassette tapes, CDs. Nah, you ain't gonna get it. Stereotype.
I think one of the things we talked about is family dinners. That's like a mini reunion.
You can't catch all fish with the same bait, right? So you got to be careful with who you're trying to reach.
I agree with music definitely influences violence, and it definitely makes a lot of individuals feel like, yo, this is a play, this is what, I gotta do.